Yeah. Yo, Camp COT, they was on this little conference joint reading the book of Jubilees. Nah, I was waiting for you. This elder from the Camp COI, he had one of his members reading the book of Jubilee. I think he's like a branch off from what's it called? Believers of the Way. I think he like a branch off of him or something. Yeah, they believe. I guess I'm reading the book of Jubilees or something. Oh, but I definitely heard Priest Dayala speak of the Quran. The one from Lions of Israel. That man was a teenager when he got in this thing, right? You gotta get that thumb down. Oh. Good. Oh shit, you got me. Right time. Shalom, Israel, shalom, Lord willing. Actually, we get to it before I actually start whispering. Let me check. Can y'all hear us in a place to be? Yeah. Let's see if they can hear us. Hello, can y'all hear us? Can y'all hear us? Shalom. Yeah, they can hear us. Hear us? We about to bring it out in a few minutes, man.
Shalom Israel, shalom. We are the Hebrew Israelites out here to prophesy the downfall of America once again.
Right.
First and foremost, we want to give all praises to Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Hashem, Rakakodash. Double honors to the apostles at Great Millstone.
Right.
And we're going to give a mighty shalom to the elect out there throughout the four corners of the earth that's been pushing this truth, man. All right, we're out here to do to prophesy, man, like we do every single week, man, right? America is on its way to hell of body, man. All right? And we don't give a damn who get mad about it. Hey, man, it's time for the Heavenly Father to turn up on this place, man. All right? Go ahead, I'll bring it out.
And it's not a time to faint, man. This is the time that you should really be going strong, man. This is when you should be getting your second wind in this thing, man. You know what I'm saying? This is, I'm going to read a parable, right, that Yahushua came. This is Luke 18. I'm going to start at verse 1. Right? It says, and he spake a parable unto them to this end, that men ought always to pray and not faint.
Right.
Saying, there was in a city a judge which feared not the Most High, neither regarded man. And there was a widow in that city, and she came unto him, saying, avenge me of my adversary. And he would not for a while, but afterward he said within himself, though I fear not the Most High, nor regard man, yet because this widow troubleth me, I will avenge her, lest by her continual coming she weary me. Right? And it says, and Yahweh Shemashai said, hear what the unjust judge saith, and shall not avenge Salakia, and shall not the Most High avenge his own elect, which cry day and night unto him, though he bear long with them, I tell you that he will avenge them speedily. Right. Nevertheless, the Son of Man cometh, shall he find faith on the earth. Right? So,
right.
You was moving?
Right, go ahead, yeah, man. Like the son of, like I said, it said like till the Son of Man cometh, like he find faith on the earth, man, right? And what are we doing right now? We're doing the works which shows what? Our faith. All right? So we're hoping and praying that the Lord sees that we are that we're worthy, man.
Right.
All right?
And so, like it, so, with this, like this parable, it was saying it was an unjust judge, right? And the only reason why he avenged her because she basically just kept bugging him and nagging him, kept nagging and crying unto the man to avenge him. And so basically, Yahushua said, what more the Most High's elect, man, those who are chosen from the beginning,
right,
who cry unto him,
right,
will he not avenge the elect, you know what I'm saying, for his sake, man, you know what I'm saying?
Con, I actually got a few precepts, but this is Romans, this is Romans, the 12th chapter, verse 19 first. It says, dearly beloved, avenge not yourselves, but rather give place unto wrath, for it is written, vengeance is mine, and I will pay, saith Yahweh Hashem Shai. Vengeance is of the Lord. So even more, we got to be crying on, the things that these nations have done, right? And we got to even cry against what Israel has done, man. Because our ways is trespassed against Yahweh Hashem Shai. That's why, most of the things that's going on in life is predestined to happen. When you go to Sirach, chapter 42 to GMT, verse 18, it says, he sees into the ocean, into the human heart, and he knows the secret of both. The Most High knows everything that can be known and understands the signs of the ages. He knows all that has ever been and all that ever will be. He uncovers the deepest of the mysteries, right? And the mysteries is that the 12 tribes of Israel is still on the earth, man. The 12 tribes of Israel is those dry bones, man. They sleep. We sleepwalking. Now the Lord has woken just a few up, right? Just to get even more, right? But the death in Israel, the wicked, is going to be many that die, but there's going to be a few that's going to be preserved and saved, huh? Verse 20, it says, he takes notice of our every thought and hear our every word. The orderly world shows the greatness of his wisdom. He is the same forever and ever. Nothing can be added to him and nothing taken away. He needs no one to give him advice. Right. So that's why we can't even add to the scriptures or take it away. The scriptures is what it is. It's either false or true. But Yahweh Shai come in the whole volume of the Bible. So that's why we have to see the destruction in the scriptures and look at the times and the seasons, right? Just to go off and in my case on that. Talking about that this place has to be destroyed. You got young kids going to school conferences reading freaking LGB community books. Then you got other books that kids is reading about squirrels talking about how big they nuts is. I don't know if y'all seen that story on my page, but you got kids reading sexual productive books, man, right? But not knowing where they come from. Our kids is not knowing who their God is. That's where Judges chapter 2 verse 10 is. Every time a generation grew up, they did not know the Lord or his works, right? We got to be teaching our people the works of Yahweh Hashem Shai. Another thing, worms is falling from the sky. Where do worms come from? The dirt, man, right? And you don't hear niggas talking about this on the news, man. Go ahead, huh?
Jake just don't have no understanding. If Jake saw that thing, he cared. Well, Jake may care anyway. Jake, the Lord gave Jake that stiff heart, man. Lord gave Jake that stiff heart, a rebellious mind, disobey the Lord, man. Not even target the signs. He's been showing signs for years. Blood wounds, strange, seeing things happen day by day, chariot signs, things like that. Jake just don't care. Jake just wanted to run their own nigga. Now, with the book of Hosea chapter 4, verse 1, hear the word of Yahweh, the children of Israel, and Yahweh have a controversy with the inhabitants of the land, because there is no truth, no mercy, nor knowledge of Yahweh in the land. By swearing and lying and killing and stealing and committing adultery, they break out blood, such as blood. Hey, the Lord has a controversy against you Israelites.
Right.
Because the Lord sees you wicked. The Lord sees your folly, your madness, your disobedience, rebelling against men and Lord. The Lord's only going to judge you all for your wickedness. He even can see the signs. Yeah. He can tell the time. You Jacob don't.
Yeah, man, but what mindset are they in? They in that pre-flood mindset. That's the mindset that our people was in. The pre-flood mindset. You know, when Noah was out there prophesying to them. You know, they in that mindset where they just partying and drinking. You know, they're just drinking and marrying, and you know, so they're not really worried about what's going on, because guess what? At the end of the day, they were made to feel this nuclear destruction. A lot of them, man. All right, we out here just to save the chosen ones, which is the elect. You know, we out here just to wake the elect up, man. That's what it's all about. You know, so every single Israelite is not gonna make it on this side, man. All right, and we know that. That's why we don't waste our damn time trying to force our parents to get it. You know, force our cousins and our closest to kin to get this truth, man, because it's not really for them to get. You know, so at the end of the day, you know we out here for a purpose, man, to wake the elect up, the chosen spirits, like how about y'all shine, man.
Right. That's crazy you say that. It's crazy that you say that. So that's crazy you say that, and I just said, you got families saying, "Yo, come over to this little get together."
Oh yeah.
We over here doing Passover,
Yeah.
and they not even in the spirit of the Lord.
Right.
You got brothers saying, "Come," and they got freaking idolatry on their damn neck, man.
Yeah.
But they ain't ready for a brother to try to correct you. Yo, bro, take that off your damn neck. Come on, man, have a drink, brother, have a drink.
Right.
Yo, I can't have yeast. Oh, this Henny don't got no yeast in it, brother. Take a shot. Brothers ain't gonna take initiative with the Bible say, man. People don't give a damn about y'all. How about you, y'all shot?
Right. That's exactly why you gotta watch who you preaching the word to. Because at the end of the day, you know, a brother came up to me and he started talking about his religion. Because I said, I told my wife on the phone, you know what I'm saying, that I had to go to camp. He asked me about it. He said, what's camp? So I actually kind of gave him a quick, like a 15-second breakdown. And he was like, damn, and, you know, he said the religion I'm dealing with kind of something like that. I was thinking in my head like, nah. But I didn't even press the issue, because if the Lord wanted them to get it, he'd probably already knew he was an Israelite by now. You know, so this thing is just not for everybody. This is not for every single Israelite to actually hearken to. Because the Lord said what? Most of the people going to perish and that make it. That's 2 Ezra 9th chapter, right? You know, most people going to perish on this side. All right, you got that pie, all right? And guess what? Only this much going to make it out the whole pie, man. You know? So we know, not to get ourselves boggled up and trying to get everybody to get this thing, because it's not for everybody's ears, man. Everybody can't hear the song that Yahweh Shem Yahweh.
This is, I got a precept we're trying to talk about. This is 2 Corinthians 4. Let's start at verse number 3. It says, "But if our gospel be hid, it is hid to them that are lost, in whom the God of this world have blinded the minds of them which believe not, lest the light of the glorious gospel of Mashiach, who is the image of the Most High, should shine unto them," right? Because like the brothers have said, it's prophesied that Zechariah 13:8, that 2/3, of our people are going to perish, right? And in the book of Isaiah, he said that he's given them eyes that they should not see, ears that they should not hear, lest they repent and be converted, right? But the scriptures have to play out the way they have to play out. So everybody has to play their role, right? And like you said, you get that pie, you only have that sliver that's going to basically, survive on this side, man. And the other part of the pie, hey, it's going to be thrown in the trash, man, and discarded, man. You know what I'm saying?
Fact, man.
We'll go quick with
Speak up, too. I need to hear it.
the book of Romans, chapter 11, verse 7. What then Israel not obtained, that which we seek it for the election have obtained it,
Right.
and the rest were blinded. So only the elect are going to get the truth. The understanding, what am I just saying? Only the elect. How am I shine can really comprehend it? Because the rest of the world is just madness, foolishness,
Right.
confusing things you can't comprehend because it's not given to you. The Lord gave it to the elect, so we should be thankful. Yahweh Shalom Shai, that He gave us the truth, because at the end of the day, we don't regret it.
Lord will, we are that number, And that's the thing, we gotta make sure that when we in this thing, like we said in the beginning, we gotta make sure we faint not, right? This is 2 Corinthians, this is what I really want. 2 Corinthians 4:1, right? It says, "Therefore, seeing we have this ministry, as we have received mercy, we faint not." You know what I'm saying? Let me read it in a GMT real quick. It says, the Most High, in His mercy, has given us this work to do, and so we do it. So we do not become discouraged, right? So this is for us to do this work. It's continuously reading and rehearsing the righteous acts. So guess what? So that we don't faint. So that we don't get caught up in the ways of this world, right? Because when we do that, when we go away from it, we draw ourselves away. We draw ourselves away from the word. We draw ourselves away from everything and the cares, and then we get caught up in the world. So the more we continue to read, the more we continue to practice and rehearse this stuff, right? It keeps it fresh in our mind.
Right.
We bring out a new scripture over and over, right? It continually puts that good thought in your mind, man, so that you can continue to go strong on it. You know what I mean? You know, it might be a precept that a brother brings out. You're like, man, I ain't run out of math in a minute, man. I love that precept, man. You know, and it gets your fire going again. You know what I'm saying?
It's a fact. I got a precept. This is the book of Sirach, chapter 2, in verse 12. It says, "Woe be to the fearful heart." It says, "in faint hands." It says, "and the sinner that goeth two ways. Woe unto him that is faint-hearted." You see that? So it's destruction to you that is faint-hearted, man. Just like the brother just said, man. Yeah, you got to make sure that you hold yourself up in this thing, man. You got to make sure you're doing all the proper things to keep yourself moving in this thing. You got to keep your engine, your motor going, man.
Right.
You got to change your oil, man.
Right.
You know, change your spark plugs.
Right.
Put new spark plugs in there, man.
Right.
You know, because this thing is about really enduring.
Right.
You know, it says, "Woe unto him that is faint-hearted, for he believeth not. Therefore shall he shall not be defended." You see that? So when you get faint-hearted, you're not going to be defended by your Yahushua, man. All right, you're going to get your light dimmed every single time you get you fall. It says, "Woe unto you that have lost patience." You see that? When you lost patience, what? You know?
And that's what it's about. It's about patience, man.
Patience.
It's about patience. You got to continually. It's like you said, it's an endurance. And with endurance, you got to have patience. You can't just go out there and start sprinting and try to, beat everybody in a 26-mile marathon.
Right.
Man. You gotta keep your pace and get to where you need to be, right? And then towards the end, you might want to try to get a little extra wind to make it through.
Yeah, because you're going to need that extra one in the end.
Right.
You know,
right.
It says, "And what will ye do when the Lord shall visit you?" What you going to do when you got faint-hearted and the Lord shall visit you, man? That's not a safe haven, man. You know, you want to stay up under the wings of Yahweh Shem Yahushua.
You got to ponder on that.
Yeah.
What are you going to do, right? And that should be in every man, woman, and child's mind, man. And the Israelites, man, what are you going to do, right, when Yahweh Shem Yahushua returns? How is it going to be for you? What have you done that it may be, hey, thou well and faithful servant, man? You know what I'm saying?
We'll definitely visit some brothers and sisters. If you've seen COVID, the Lord visits you. If you felt that earthquake, the Lord visits you through the Spirit. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you've seen the video on your social media of brothers teaching, then you've seen it and you struggled. The Lord was there. You just didn't want to listen.
And this is real quick. This is Galatians 6 and 9. It says, "And let us not be weary in well doing, for in due season we shall reap if we faint not." You know what I'm saying? That's the key. Do not give up in this thing, man.
Right.
Why would you even come into this thing knowing that you give up, man? And that's the thing too. Like me, and I'm just speaking on myself, man. Like I never been a quitter in anything, man. Like, hey, I remember playing damn Madden, get my ass whooped, 74-4. Hey, I'm still gonna talk crap, and I'm not gonna quit, man. That's just my mentality that I have, man. You know what I'm saying? And how about Shema Shai put that spirit into me, man? So Lord willing, you'll have me continue going through this thing, man, and not quit and not faint, man.
This is Proverbs chapter 15, verse 9 to 11. "The way of the wicked is abomination unto Yahweh, but he loveth him that followeth after righteousness. Correction is grievous unto him that forsaketh the way, and he that hateth reproof shall die. Hell and destruction are before Yahweh. How much more than the hearts of the children of men?" Right? You got to know the Lord. What's in your heart is upholding the hands of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. It's predestined that real men are going to actually wield their sword. When you go to Ephesians, I believe 6 and 17, where your sword is the word, huh? You know what I'm saying? The hopeful elect is always going to be wielding a sword. I'm not saying I am the hopeful elect, Lord willing, but the hopeful elect is going to be wielding a sword.
Huh?
You know what I'm saying? You're going to be wielding your sword in the face. Right.
Put some heat to fire to that bone.
Right through the spirit. When you look at Dave, for him to be ushered into a king through the spirit, he was sharpening his sword by being a faithful servant. Let alone he was a shepherd. It was just predestined. You know what I'm saying? So as us as men, you know, we might do bad videos. That's just the warrior spirit in the world. Niggas wasn't doing what we do now. Niggas wasn't studying how they study in this school.
You got more to study.
Yeah. Brothers be like, damn, I didn't do a lesson in school. Brothers wasn't moving like that if they didn't study, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I didn't care about them damn school.
Yeah.
Like, if I ain't study, I ain't study.
That's why Sirach 4:28 say, strive for the truth until death.
Right.
Your whole mission, you gotta, it's another verse where, because you know how it say, don't worry about your, celebrate. I forgot something about, instead of your birth, celebrate your death. You know, it's all about.
That's Ecclesiastes 7:1.
Right. You know, a lot of men, because even when we was talking about in the beginning of Passover, you had one of the apostles that was praising the hour of his death, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I got a precept too. This is Proverbs chapter 24, verse 10. It says, if thou faint in the day of adversity, thy strength is small. Alright? So your strength is small if you faint in the day of adversity. And in the day of adversity hasn't even came for a lot of the brothers that's been laboring this thing yet. Alright? Your strength is small, man. And what's the strength? We always say, what's the strength? What's going to help you get strengthened back up? The body, the ministry, your brothers, man. Alright? There's no way I'm going a week without seeing my brothers, man. It's over. You know what I'm saying? I can't do it. Because I'm going to get too weak.
Right.
You know? That's why this is why we need each other, man. Alright? You stay away from the brothers, then you're going to start being like the people that you hang around with all the damn time. You know what I'm
Going to
saying?
that Matthew chapter 12, when you deal with the seducing spirits and shit.
Yeah, you get 7 more spirits.
Yeah,
Get that.
so when you walk away from brothers that actually have the same mind,
You're going to have 7 more demons.
you're playing around with the wolf.
Yeah, start calling to a wolf. Straight
Yeah.
wolf. Real talk.
Niggas, brothers start playing with those seducing spirits, and don't got the spirit to really know that that's something serious. This is St. Matthew chapter 12. This will bring this out. Verse 43. When the unclean spirit is gone out of a man, he walketh through dry places, seeking rest and findeth none. Then he saith, I return into my house from whence I came out. And when it comes, he findeth it empty, sweat and garnished. Those spirits need a vessel to actually be in. That's their home, your vessel.
It's a lot.
That's right.
Think about that too, what we said. I'm returning to my home. Like, you know what I'm saying? And you
That's
know that
the
all
home.
these spirits have, they have their directions and their orders of who they're going on to. It's not just random spirits jumping on like, this one is assigned, just like the angels is assigned, you know what I'm saying? You might have a wicked spirit that's assigned to you, man. You know what I'm saying? And that's his house. So he jump in there, right? How you flip out of your family, you know, do all types of shit.
You got angels that's designated just for you.
That's
45. It says, then goeth he and taketh of himself 7 other spirits
Read
more
it again.
wicked.
Read it from the other one.
Huh?
Read it from the beginning, from the other part.
Okay. Verse 43 again. Then the unclean spirit is gone out of a man. He walketh through dry places seeking rest, and findeth none. Then he saith, I will return into my house from whence I came out.
See that?
And when he come, he findeth it empty, swept, and garnished. Then goeth he and taketh with himself 7 other spirits more wicked than himself.
See that?
And they enter in and dwell there, and the last estate of that man is worse than the first.
That's a fact.
Even so shall it be also to the wicked generation. You ain't lazy. When those 7 other seducers, now you just picked up a lazy train. Now brothers ain't teaching on.
You fasted, you was in the spirit, you was good, and then all of a sudden you kind of fell away. And all of a sudden you had cleaned out your vessel,
Cleaned
you
him
became
out.
that new vessel.
Fasted him out.
Right.
You know?
Purged it out.
And then
Purged
what
it
happened?
out. Next thing you know, he was waiting for your ass
Right.
to He was waiting for you to get weak.
That's
Right.
where it's empty.
And he dragged 7 more. Yeah, he came in there and it was empty.
Came with his buddies.
He said, oh,
Yeah.
I can get in here
They
again.
call it house party.
Joe's apartment.
They call that shit house party, bro. They rolled
I'm
up
back
in
in
there.
here. It's clean.
Yo, and people don't know. This is why it say the Lord's thoughts is not our thoughts, because He really had to, like when you make a video game, you got to be a very good architect. The Lord was an architect on many levels, the spirit level and this human flesh low level, right? Let alone when you look at the insects, that's even lower of an architect. The Lord even show you the lower of worms and ants and rodents. And let alone look at me, look at us, man. We the lowest of the lows, but we're in this flesh, and that goes into that Romans chapter 7. We always have a battle with the human nature, and there's a lot of Israel that don't want to take control of the spirit. They want to be full of the flesh.
Right.
And that's a weak ass nigga. If you only want to be in the flesh, that's like if you got powers to do this, but you choose, no, I'm going to do it this way. You know what I'm saying? The Lord gave us the ability, like, we really gods on this earth. But you can't be a god if you're not reciting Yahweh Hashem Shai. Let's say if you Lord.
Guys, yeah, it is. Yeah, right. All over the place.
Remember what Yahweh Shai said? Remember when Yahweh Shai, when the Pharisees was plotting and saying stuff, when he was telling people, he already knew what they were saying. So just imagine, like, you know what I'm saying? And then when you watch the Passion of the Christ, where Peter denied him, he starts seeing spirits and stuff. Imagine those spirits when Yahweh Shai threw them in the pigs. How that just happened? You gotta, like, spirits is moving. And that's why Wisdom of Solomon, they say wisdom is a moving motion, man. Huh?
Facts, God.
Yeah.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact out of precept. This is the book of Ephesians, chapter 3, and verse 11. It says, according to the eternal purpose which He proposed in Yahweh Shai Mashiach, our Lord, in whom we have in whom we have boldness and access and confidence by the faith of Him. Wherefore I desire that ye faint not at my tribulations for you, right, man? You see that? Because the Lord, He had to go up on that cross and shed His blood for us, man. So we're commanded not to faint not, man.
Right.
All right? No matter what you're going through, man, you got to lean on these scriptures. That's why I said, what's that, Isaiah 33? Bring that out real quick. Get Isaiah 33 real quick.
Isaiah 33 and verse 6.
Right.
And wisdom and knowledge should be the ability of the
You
time.
see that? So wisdom and knowledge, you're going to lean on that in these last days. If you lean on wisdom and knowledge, bro, you're not going to get faint-hearted. You ain't going to fall off this thing. You're not going to get dragged back into the world. You always got to go back to the drawing board, man. Which is the scriptures.
That's your financial stability.
Yeah.
That's your assurance that you're gonna be good, man.
Yeah, right.
The stability is something that you can count on, man. You can lean on when you
Right,
got
you
to wrestle, you do something, man. You got that, man.
You getting faint. You getting faint. You know what I'm saying? Just say if you fall. Get Proverbs 24:16. Just say if you fall, right? What's going to lift you back up? The wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Read it out. Bring it out again, bro.
Salaki, it's gonna keep you from falling.
Yeah.
You're gonna be you know what I mean?
But if you don't
Catch your balance
if
before
you
you
fall, you're
Right.
getting back up.
Right.
Period. You know what I'm
Right
saying?
there.
If you even if you fall a little, you stumble a little bit, or if you fall a lot, it's gonna whoosh. Because the scriptures say it. If
Keep
you
you stable.
Yeah, read that.
The wisdom and knowledge should be the stability of the time. Is strength and salvation.
Yeah.
The fear of Yahweh is His treasure.
See that? The fear of Yahweh is His treasure, man. You see that? If you really feel the Lord, that's His treasure. And you're gonna be under the wings of the Lord, man. He's not gonna allow you to fall and slip on the truth and not be teaching Him. You know how important this shit is? You feel me out? This is what we need to be doing, man. This is the work of the Heavenly Father, man. All right, if you're not coming out to the highways and to the public where the people at, man, what are you doing? And you know you in the truth, you know you was already there.
And Salaki, you don't know. The elect could be walking up this little railway right here.
Yeah.
Might have just heard something.
Yeah.
Right there, Isaiah 20.
Yeah.
Might have heard something, behind us saying
Yeah.
this is the way.
And we
We don't
teach
know. And if we're not out here,
Yeah.
how are we supposed to get there? You know what I'm saying?
And we read this Bible now, so when they coming up the steps, they can see us.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. Scriptures is your first Maccabees chapter 12 verse 9. We don't need none of these things but the scriptures that comfort us.
That's right.
And a lot of us is not comforted through the scriptures, but we find comfort in other places. When you go to 1 Samuel chapter 8,
Bring them out.
actually I'll bring it out. This is 1 Samuel chapter 8, verse 8. And it reads, according to all the works which they have done since the day that I brought them up out of Egypt, even unto this day wherewith they have forsaken me and served other gods, so do they also unto thee. So even while we out here teaching, a lot of people don't give a damn what we're saying. And this is how every time when you read the word, they always go back to Egypt. They always go back to Egypt. Because we the same niggas that left Egypt. As soon as we in the wilderness, we made a golden calf. Where we get that from? From the people that oppressed us. And look, we're in America. You got niggas believing in chakra, which come from East Indians. You got people believing. I got a friend that's in the Paris. He said, yo, I'm in the Illuminati. I want to be a Mason. You got all of our brothers and sisters that take other beliefs more serious than Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. And this is why brothers is going through child support problems. This is why their relationships is not succeeding the way it was. They can't keep a job. You know what I mean? The Lord is putting them in places that's unprofitable. Niggas is selling drugs. In 2023, niggas is still selling drugs and trying to be Nino Brown and still ain't doing shit. I know niggas that got 100,000 that's not invested in businesses, man. It's because the Lord got a lot of wicked men without knowledge, man. They only know ABCs.
That's the thing, man. The Lord, I mean, even during the time when they made their calf, they just saw the Lord come down, the black cloud, fire, and brimstone,
Split the Red Sea.
That's crazy, bro.
like literally, like a voice so loud that they were scared. And just right after that, like, oh,
Even before that, they seen the Lord do miracles like when he plagued Egypt with the damn bees and shit. They seen all that shit, bro. They knew it was coming from the Lord.
Yeah.
Moses stuck the staff in the water,
the
turned it into blood.
That spirit
That's
did
them
come in your
killed all
house.
their kids.
Come on, man.
They seen all the miracles and they still was fucking with it, bro.
That
like
shit
he's
is
taking too long in the mountain.
They see Yahweh kill, how about Shema Shai kill every firstborn?
That's a fact.
Every firstborn, the cattle, you know, the whole nine, right? And still like, you know what? No.
Hey, that's why when you think about our people these days, he's the same stiff-necked niggas, man.
Right.
Can't even get mad. They don't haggle. They been like that in their past lives, man. You know, so we just gotta, hey, we care focus on the left.
That's why Yahweh Shai said that, you know, I came for those who are sick, you know what I'm saying? Basically,
Yeah, right.
you know what I mean?
They need a physician.
They need a physician, man, you know what
You
I'm
see
saying?
what the Lord did to the Philippines that took the Ark of the Covenant, they started getting tumors and shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Look at Esau.
Everyone's here.
Esau never can't even make children right now, man. And they try to treat us with that rigor pain, and the Lord, you know, he smitten Esau's McNuggets, man. They can't even make children, and women's ovaries is old as hell, like these damn eggs we got in the store.
Yeah, the Lord gave them that ass hemorrhoids.
Right, yo, just for taking the Ark of the Covenant. Yo, and that's
Hold
crazy.
on. One of the David's, who was it, David or Solomon? Yeah, David. One of David's men, he fumbled this shit. He slipped, and the Lord killed his ass.
No, he touched it.
He touched
wasn't
it.
supposed to even touch it.
Oh,
It was
shit.
because he said, he thought it was about to fall.
Yeah.
And he went to go try to
Go
touch
grab
it.
it, yeah.
And the Lord said, no, that's not.
The Lord killed his ass.
Remember when a few men looked in the Ark of the Covenant, he killed them there 70 of them? Just for looking in the Ark of the Covenant.
Crazy.
Because everything is there's an order and a decency. The only people who were supposed to touch it was those men who was grabbing it, and they had to do it a certain way. Like, you know, you can't just. That's the thing. You can't just be running up. You can't
do
touch
what
it
you
and
want.
stuff like that.
Right. And that's how you know it deals with position, man. That's why brothers gotta accept whatever position the Lord gives you, accept that shit, man.
Right.
Order. You got to accept the order.
Right.
You know that there's a chosen of the chosen.
Right.
And that's the
Lord-
elect. You know what I'm
The
saying?
Lord don't make no mistakes. Wherever he set you at in the body, just be happy and do the best you can do.
Somebody think about that. But, you know, all things are of the Lord. The Lord put that, I don't know if it was a rock or something, on there to make that thing hit that bump, to make the ark fall, to make that man touch that thing, to strike him down dead, to put the fear into men's hearts. You know what I'm saying? Just to give him the glory at the end of the day, man. You know what I'm saying?
And why did that happen? Why did that happen? Why did that happen? Anybody know? Because it was written for our learning.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? All the scriptures is written for our learning. All of those shit that happened, we like, damn, why did the Lord kill him? It's written for us to know about it now in these days.
And it gives, ultimately, it gives Yahweh Shema Shah the glory, right? Because you know, hey, like you say, I kill, I make alive, I wound, I heal, I do all things.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
So the judgment,
Right.
the Lord can judge you on the smallest matter,
Right.
If you
Right.
want to. Don't matter what it is, man. If you going off with one small mistake, the Lord had different mercy for every different brother. So we have mercy, a lot of mercy on this brother, we have a little mercy on that brother.
That's a fact, and that's why you can't be doing. You can't measure. You can't just because another brother got away with something, don't mean you gonna get away with it. You know what I'm saying? The Lord, you know, the Lord, he deal with brothers in different ways, man. You know what I'm saying? A brother got away with I don't know, whatever the case may be, whatever thing he done committed, you like, oh, this
Look
brother-
at David.
I know
David,
he would.
right? David slept with Bathsheba,
yeah.
right? And that's a thing worthy of death, but the Lord had mercy on him.
The Lord have mercy
Right.
on you.
But
The
then
Lord might not have
otherwise-
mercy on you.
Right. You can see through it like, hey, most people nowadays, you do that and you're going to get killed.
I guarantee you that shit ran through a couple of some brothers' minds. Like, David did it.
Right, right.
I might not get in trouble, you know. But hey, man, you come on, man.
But they not
You
knowing,
better than that.
they not knowing that, Galatians 6:7, be not deceived, God is not mocked.
Right.
Whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. Hey, you might come back in the next life and,
Like Galatians 6 and 9.
be a eunuch. The Most High might make you a eunuch in the next life, man. You know?
Or kill you, or kill the woman, maybe stubborn,
Right.
then kill you, or kill your kids,
Kill your kid, right.
then look at your eyeball,
Right.
then torture you, then kill you.
Right.
And then you come
And
back.
then you come back, and then you may already come back. Hey, the Lord's judgment, man, you cannot go, you cannot run from it, man. Right? You gotta ask for mercy. You know what I'm saying?
And that's the reincarnation of the Lord. Because the Lord was like, that's the reincarnation. Well, that's reincarnation itself. That's the judgment of the Lord. There's the book of Exodus 20, the verse, where it says that,
For mercies from generation, visiting those
yeah,
to the third and fourth generation.
third, fourth generation.
We got to do it.
No, it's Exodus 2.
Spot.
Yeah.
You go to Deuteronomy.
Yeah, we're in Numbers, or Shalach. But he judges on the third, fourth generation again. No, you're gonna get the judgment somehow, some way, some shape, some form. You can't escape the Lord, man. He created your spirit, man. Oh God, I got you. Exodus 20:5. Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, nor serve them, for I, Yahweh, the power and the jealous power, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children to the third and fourth generation of them that hate me. So the Lord gonna judge you, man. First generation, next generation, next generation after that, next generation after that. 2,000 years later, 200 years later, 5,000 years later, the Lord gonna get you.
And that's the thing.
And that's compassion that
You can say,
bringing your ass back.
you can say like, F whatever. You can say all that.
Definitely.
But you don't understand that the Lord will come and visit you for that in your third or fourth generation. You
This
don't
is-
understand.
So, this is the prayer of Azariah, chapter 1, verse 8. This is what we say. It says, wherefore all that thou hast brought upon us, and everything that thou hast done to us, thou hast done in true judgment. And thou didst deliver us into the hands of lawless enemies, most hateful forsakers of God, into an unjust king, the most wicked in all the world, man. Everything the Lord did is just, man. We went through 14 captivities. The niggas still can't get it right. But the ending, like that last one time the Lord tapped that ass, you're going to get it right. And this is why when people want to say that the Arabs is Esau, then that means you're trying to usher niggas in another captivity. So that means We gonna go to another one and
That man, this ain't
right now. It's not it. Like you wildin', bro. It's a new one coming out. Niggas said Moab, the real other Chinese. Those not Chinese. Those are the real Edomites. Some niggas said that the Chinese, which we call Moab, are the real Edomites, man.
Who run the world?
That's what I'm saying, man.
That don't even make no sense. Esau gonna be the end of the world, man.
Right. And then when you go to Genesis, the 25th chapter, the whole segment of the whole Bible was dealing with Esau because it was that same spirit came from Cain, man. It was orchestrated. One good seed, one bad seed. When we deal with the gospel, one tear, a tear in a wheat. When you look at Abel and Cain, then when you go to Jacob and Esau,
right.
the 12 tribes of Israel, we have tears in our own nation, and we have wheats.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Tares,
It's always
the
Jacob
tares,
and Esau.
Yeah, the tares would be, and then you got tares too. Niggas, they be darker than you.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? You think them niggas the Israelites, they really damn Edomites. That's why they can't get it. You know what I'm saying? It's just they got the spirit of Esau on them with dark skin. You know what I'm saying? And you got some Edomites that's Israelites. You can't just say just because a person got some white ass skin and some shaggy hair that they not Israelites, man. You gotta try the spirit by the spirit.
Right.
Alright? We used to be out here really shaking the hand at anybody with light skin, man. Dead ass.
Right.
Making them kiss our feet, all that shit.
Right.
Get Isaiah 49:23.
How you gonna get your boot kissed and your Howard shot and get his first? So we basically being selfish and said, no, I'm gonna get mine first before your Howard shot.
Yeah, you know what's so crazy? This is the thing. This is the craziest thing. I'm about to tell y'all this story. And it's gonna be quick. So Edomite at my job, right? Dead ass. Man told me, I knew he was Spanish. I thought he was Spanish. Man said, yup, my father came straight off the damn boats. I said, holy shit, the whole time I'm thinking this man really Israel, bro. I ain't telling you though. But when he said that, I said, damn, this is really a Jake. Then I started thinking about how the way he moved and shit. I'm like, this he really is a Jake. You feel what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, I was deceived like a motherfucker, bro. Cause I used to have problems with him and shit. You feel what I'm saying?
Don't they say a confusion of faces?
I'm like, yeah, bro. Yeah. He said what he said. I said, oh shit. Yeah, but he carried himself. Yeah, Jake be having that different type of walk to him and shit. He really walked like that too. It just when he said that shit confirmed it. Oh shit.
That's why the Lord say we judge on the outer appearance, but the Lord judge in the inward appearance.
Right.
That's why in Jeremiah 17 verse 10,
Right.
the Lord searched the heart and tried to reign and give every man according to his ways.
Judge not a man according to the outward appearance, man. You know, we gotta really try the spirit by the spirit. That's what it's about. It's really this whole thing is spiritual, man. Everything is spiritual. We shouldn't look at nothing on a carnal level. So when you see Esau walk past and you out there teaching, you ain't gotta be, you got damn Edomites, you going in there. You don't even know if that's a damn Edomite or not, man. You don't know. You don't know, man. You know? So you gotta really be circumspect when you just cussing out Edomites all damn day, man.
And if you don't know what circumspect, that means be cautious.
Yeah, I remember a brother told us before, man, all brothers do is cuss out Esau, goddamn, man. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah.
And that shit is not edifying because the sheep is still asleep. So what the fuck? So what are we doing? You know? The sheep gotta get fed, man. All right, Yahushua told Peter to feed his sheep. You know?
Kind of like a team. Like it literally was kind of like a team. You go it out, doing the same thing. You see a white person, curse them out. See Jake, we have the same couple other pictures, and and another way. It was just kind of like a team.
And we get more excited when the heathen come up and we cutting them up. And that's what make people want to watch your video because of violence. You know what I'm saying? And that's what makes people think we are violent people. But when we talk about our people, guess what? A lot of people not gonna watch it. You know what I'm saying? People not promoting when you see somebody actually receiving the word, but you'll see more people who promote Esau keeps moving. Guess what? I was one of them. Shit went viral.
We was doing
My
that.
shit went viral. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But we was promoting that, but we didn't promote when that one dude sat on the ground and literally listened to the word until we got done.
Yeah.
We didn't promote that. We just had it on the camera. But as soon as, remember when that one girl and then Elder Ricky like, hey, you forgot my boo. We constantly kept talking about it. David over here.
Last week, no. When we was on Bailey and Kensington, we was on Broadway. And Elder Ricky said, yeah! kiss my boo. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, come on. And we was really amped about it. We all was talking about it. And
Yeah.
guess what, man? That's not, come on. The Lord, man, not dealing with that,
Yeah,
man.
man. It's just like we gotta really be more serious and you know, focus on the mission, man.
And then people say, because
You know?
we just said what we just said, oh, y'all just want to save Esau. That don't mean we want to save him because
Right.
we don't want to kiss him. I don't feel like I deserve for them to kiss my boo. Now, I'm not even a hopeful. Like, what if you don't make it? What that boo kiss mean? That anybody was just kissing a two
Kiss my
girl?
boo and what? Now your ass
There's no value to it.
right.
You know what I'm saying?
They can't wait. Remember we had said something on social media. Somebody was like, man, nigga, stay I think blah blah blah. Yeah, man, I forgot his name. Yeah, he got mad as hell because we was talking about niggas, man. Come on, man. We just grew in the spirit, man. Now we done got our boots kissed multiple times. You know what I'm saying? And that shit was folly because guess what? We wasn't even out there in the spirit once we start getting our boots kissed. Now everybody all happy and shit.
Yeah.
For what? Because you got your boot kissed?
Right. And then you got some brothers that don't got the spirit of let somebody come up.
Yeah, that's a fact.
And then you thinking
Can't even
about, you
prophesy
forget
to
all the
them.
other sheep.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people more connected to their damn phone
Yeah.
than they connected to brothers actually teaching.
Yeah.
And when you out here, brothers and sisters only got 1 or 2 minutes. You know, when you put it on the recorder, what they say, take a picture, it lasts longer. You make a video, it's gonna last longer. Somebody gonna watch that video 4 months ago, they probably already watched it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You gotta have the spirit of prophesying, right?
That's right. That's what it's all about.
Not the spirit of, oh, I want to be seen.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and that's a lot of brothers coming in that I want to be seen spirit.
Right. You know? Remember how we said, hey, let's be coordinated so people can see me in unity together.
Yeah.
Niggas don't give a damn if you and you, man, put your garment on and let's get it in.
Right. That's why we got the camp. That's why we glad we came into the right understanding of the scriptures. Right. We're live right now. People can watch this all over the damn universe. We're not out here, you know, just seen by a few people in Buffalo, New York. You know what I'm saying? Anybody can this shit you can go to damn the Philippines. You know? So man, it is what it is, and that's why, you know, even when we was and there was nobody out there, I still wanted to damn teach. It don't matter, man. Right. Guess what? Somebody gonna hear this word. Even if you look the street, you know, you be loud as hell, somebody gonna hear it. You know? Ezekiel chapter 37 and Ezekiel 37 and verse 9. It says, then said he unto me, prophesy unto the wind, prophesy, son of man, and say to the wind, thus saith Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, man. It says, come from the 4 winds, O breath, and breathe upon these slain that they may live, man. That's what we're going to continue to do. No matter if nobody come out here, but guess what? We know that this is going to travel throughout the unicorn. All right? So what we're doing through the spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai is we're breathing upon the slain, man, which is the Black, Hispanics, Native Americans, man. The Israelites, man. All right? Because that's more important than getting your damn feet, your damn boot kicks, man. All right? We have to bring the breath of fresh air upon the slain, the people who's dead, the valley of dry bones, man.
Somebody got it.
Book of Sirach, 39, verse 1. We see that giveth his mind to the law of the Most High, and occupy the meditation thereof, will seek out the wisdom of all the ancients, who occupy in prophecy. He will keep the sayings of renowned men. It will be settled where so parables are. He will be there also. So that's what's important. We're not just saying the prophecy. That's what the things that are important. Not about entertainment, not about getting likes or views or getting noticed or getting seen of men. No, because that's just vain, man. That's even Yahweh Shai said that's their reward. So you talk about the scribes and Pharisees. Because they went to the blow the trumpet wherever they prayed, they announced wherever they're gonna fast, things like that. They prayed on the corner, all kind of things like that. We did that. That's their reward.
Right.
You can't be in the same energy. You can't be in the same mindset.
Right.
Doing things you see seen of men.
Right. No fact.
Wherever you do things to please and how Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai.
Right.
And we see it from secret.
Right. That's why even right now, it's like you don't see nobody. You see a couple people coming up off the train, you know what I'm saying? But right here, right now, we understand the Lord is in the midst of us.
Right.
All right, 2 or 3 gathered in His name, there I am in the midst of them. You feel what I'm saying? Guess what? He's giving us the ability and technology to actually, like I said, push this shit through the internet, which more people is gonna see no matter what, man. So at the end of the day, the Lord is seeing our works, man. That's what we know. That's what we know. This is why we move different now.
Yo, I was just gonna add on to what you said in that chapter. When you go into G&T and you read verse 3, it says he studies the hidden meanings of proverbs and is able to discuss the obscure points of parables. Great people call on him for services, and he is seen in the company of rulers, and he travels to foreign lands in his effort to learn about doing good and evil. You know, each day, that's what brothers is doing. You know what I'm saying? In order for us to come out the camp, I ain't gonna lie. Actually, you was reading throughout the week, right? The Lord put a spirit on you to read. What about you, Sam? The Lord put a spirit on you to read? The Lord put a spirit on you for you to read too? You too, Dad? You're kind. And this is how brothers are able to add on to lessons. Hey, even if you don't add on, it still lets you to relate to what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes you could be teaching. You don't want to teach if you don't understand it. You know what I'm saying? Let alone you want to be able to, when brothers is teaching, and if they don't understand, that's why it's good to take notes, bro. That's why it's good to take notes. Everybody not going to be in the parables and the dark sayings. You know, they might not be there yet, but you can get there if you study to improve yourself. Disciple means a learner. So men and women have to want to be a learner. Yeah.
The student does what the student does. They study, they learn, they hear the words that the teacher is saying, hold it in your memory, hold it in the book, you see it over and over again, to a point where they're able to teach. And we no longer say. And then they're worthy to teach, worthy to prophesy, proclaim the things they learn. That's really what a teacher is, proclaim the things they learn. So Yahushua is the great teacher, and he learned from the Heavenly Father himself, Yahweh. He gave everything to us, everything we need to know in order to get saved, in order to get redeemed, 100% truth. You know? That's what he did. There's no room rather than seven. Two of the elect are only one. Well,
It's like it. Did any of y'all see all those things that happened this week? Y'all see that volcano over there? I forgot exactly where it's at. And you know, over there is a volcano. It ain't erupted in a certain amount of years. But the earthquakes is shaking and shit. It's earthquakes happening every couple of minutes, bro. And it's about to erupt. It's shaking right under the damn volcano. And Lord is cast somewhere. You can get on the website.
I don't know if you're talking about the one in LA.
Yeah, no. It's an end time hell. I forgot exactly where it's at. I don't know exactly where it's at. But I know the Lord is casting judgment on this damn place, bro. Yo, I believe damn it's the earthquakes is shaking underneath the damn volcano, bro. That shit gonna explode. That's right. You know this.
Lord willing.
Yeah, Lord willing.
Is Turkey Turkey rocked by the strongest earthquake in 100 years? That's what we're talking about.
Where I read any one of those. Read any one of them. Read any one.
Something out in California.
Oh, Southern California?
And no, not southern, but like somewhere out there in the east or the west.
See that?
So the brother, Mike Olive from the Exodus, he said that they do phone out there.
They what? They do for? Oh yeah. I
They do
bet.
for earthquake.
Oh, earthquake. Oh yeah.
It's been a while. It's been a while.
Right now, I guess we about to do a current event too.
No, here go
Alaska. Alaska.
Yeah, Alaska. There you go. Alaskan volcano. Yeah, Alaskan volcano dormant for 100 years, delivering ominous warning signs and it is significant unrest. You see that? So this thing ain't exploded in 100 years.
Yeah.
But the earthquakes
That's
and
what I
shit.
was just, that's what I was just talking about.
Yeah, the earthquakes, yo, the earthquakes is shaking up under this shit though, bro. Like, yo, that shit about to explode, bro. You know what I'm saying? And what did the scriptures talk about, man?
Matthew 24.
Matthew 24, man. Let me bring this out real quick. This is the book of 2nd Ezra chapter 15 and verse 1. It says, behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord. You see that? So this is what we're mainly out here to do, is to speak the words of prophecy, man. All right? The scriptures tell us to watch and pray. You know, to keep your eyes upon the things that's to come, man. All right, and the Lord gives us things like certain websites, certain end time websites where we can see what the hell is going on, man. All right, and it's a damn volcano over there in Alaska. It's due to erupt, and this damn earthquake shaking all under it, man. Can you imagine the power that thing is gonna unleash, man? The lava that's gonna come out that day. Yeah, cities, towns. Man, that's gonna go crazy, man. Go ahead. Nah, bring it up.
The book of Joel 2, verse 30. Now shew wonders in the heavens and in the earth, blood and fire, and pillars of smoke.
You see that? The Lord said He's gonna show blood, fire, and pillars of smoke, man. All right, we just read right there that this volcano is due anytime to explode, man. And that shit is gonna kill. That shit gonna wipe out towns. All right. With an earthquake in the midst of that, an earthquake crack the middle of that shit, bro. That shit is, it's gonna be different, man. The Lord is really judging this place, man. All right, and this is why we come out here to warn y'all, man. Because anything, in one snap of a finger, man, 1 minute, the world could change, man. All right, without your electricity, our people will be done. You know? Yeah, man.
But like that Silicon Valley. Like what? I was literally yesterday. The thing got shut down. And that won like the 16th largest bank in America. So that thing got shut down. And they got caught a lot of job shortages, a lot of businesses getting shut down. They can't afford to stay up. They lost their investment.
They said they was closing down Walmart.
Like all Poland, they closed down every Walmart in Poland.
Yeah.
So they're short of food.
Yo, and they freaking, like, I'm gonna keep saying it, man. If you eating cereal, you're eating spoiled milk. I put a video. I got it on social media. They recycle milk. Especially if it go expired, they just pour it. It's a black dude that works at a milk factory, and they just recollect milk that's old, and then put it in a machine, and they recook it. Yeah, they recook it. And he said you really drinking spoiled milk.
Hold on, real talk though. I'm gonna just keep it a stat. Who the fuck is still drinking cow milk in 2023?
The same one.
Keep it a buck. Yeah, keep it a buck. Who still drink cow milk in 2023, man?
Shoot, I know my dog.
Huh?
I haven't drunk in years.
No, that shit is so bad for you, bro. Like, that shit.
Yeah.
Like, we know better, man.
Yo, beef is bad too.
Yeah, hold on, like it. Yeah.
They put human body parts in beef, and they mixing other animals together with beef. So the dude said you eat in one hamburger, you eat 100 different animals.
That's what. Listen to this though. Not even just that. The beef that we eat is 2 years old.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, the beef that we eat is old beef. We running out of food right now, man. They saying by 2026 or 24 that we're gonna be possibly out of damn beef, bro. You know? So man, hey man, the famines is here. The famines is coming. Ain't gonna be no going to goddamn Walmart. What you just talking about? You just said something about the bank.
Yeah, the bank is shut down. So
See that?
That just started with the CBDC. The CBDC, everyone got to go to the bank, get the digital currency, things like that. No more offshore banks, no more cash, no more. None. All that going to be centralized. Everyone's going to have the same thing. It all got boiled down to what? How much you need. That's it. That's right. It all got boiled down.
Hey, you niggas that's still dependent on your damn 401k plan, and you want your what's the other one saying? 401b, your life insurance, y'all niggas that's still dependent on that. See, our people don't understand that shit is about to disappear, man. You trying to save money, put it in your damn savings account in the bank. you're gonna go there and it's not gonna profit you nothing, man.
Yeah.
All right, this is why the Lord continues to damn warn us about money, man.
No,
All right.
Matthew,
Yeah. We about to get. He about to get. Oh, Sam got it.
No, saying that a priest.
Oh, you do.
Gone. But we kind of going back. Yeah, I'm going back to what brothers was talking about the earthquakes and stuff like that. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 9, and I start at verse 1. It says, He answered me then and said, Measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs pass, which I have told thee before, then thou shalt understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, then thou shalt well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning, right? And we know that that the Bible is filled of prophecy, right? And we know that Yahweh Shai, right, Revelation 19:10 is the spirit of prophecy, right? So we know these things. And we know by looking at, when you see in these earthquakes, people are just seeing, there's a volcano about to erupt, or, we see the moon is full and it's turned red. They're just looking at it for what it is, but they're not understanding what the signs are trying to tell the people, And to us, we measure that time based on what we see outside right now. We know that what we see right now, that, hey, it's like, we like right here, man.
Right.
Right here, right now. You know what I'm saying? It's not a lot of time left.
So, Sam, you read verse 5?
No.
You read verse 5?
I just read verse 5 like 2.
You did? Oh, yeah, I gotta hear that again.
It says, verse 5, For like as all that is made in the world hath a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest. Right? So the end is near, man. The end is gonna come. And like the Most High predicted it from the beginning, and guess what? It's going to happen, man. Right? If you like it, love it, believe it, or not, man. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people act like they don't believe this stuff, man, but guess what? All this stuff is about to be played out.
Right.
Right in front of your eyes, man.
They just upgraded. They said that Mark, they said they upgraded that. Guess what? In order to use social media, you gotta have Mark. So now people that wanna, the women that said, it was another video. Women said, the lady said, would you rather have a loyal man or Instagram? She said, nah, Instagram. Instagram do more for me than a loyal man. Why? It does more for me. Why? It's going to be a lot of independent sisters and men that's going to want that because of that social media. And it's that healthcare. People that get those dentures, that get their little BBLs, they going to want that physical, that going to the doctors and shit. You're going to have to use that. And there's so much more that comes with this freaking...
And let me read verse 6. It says, Even so the times also of the highest have plain beginnings in wonder and powerful works, and endings in effects and signs. Right? It says, and endings in effects and signs. It's going to be a lot of spectacular stuff that's about to be seen on this earth.
Hey, Salaki, that's exactly what you just brought on that website, man.
Right.
I mean, you seeing prophecy
Now listen, there was another blood, it was just a blood moon
Yeah, the other day.
in Mississippi.
yeah, bro, it was one all throughout the area. A lot of people seen it,
It was
man.
a super moon like a couple days ago.
Yeah,
Remember where I was calling brothers, I was saying, man, y'all see that moon? And the moon was huge, man. You driving up, you could just see that it was right above the horizon.
Yeah, that shit was
Yeah,
huge.
it was huge, man.
Y'all, I got a quick piece after what Sam brought out. This is Ecclesiastes 7-8. Better is the end of a thing than the beginning thereof. And the patient in spirit is better than the proud in spirit, man. That's what we trying to usher in, man.
It's Salaki.
We want to speak and talk about the end of something.
Think
the
about
beginning.
like a fireworks show, right? Get it all set up. You're like, what is that? All of a sudden, boom, you got that whole spectacular thing, and then at the end, what do? They do the finale, where it just be lighting up everything, man. And they be shooting, they give you everything they got, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's what's gonna happen in this world, man. Right? It's gonna be everything. Esau gonna give everything he got, right? He gonna run his course, and he gonna do the best and be the most wickedest that he can be, right? It's all gotta run his course, man. At the end of the day, man. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yo, we love you too, okay?
All right, brother.
We love you too.
Love you too, bro.
Right. Yeah, the day of the Lord is darkness, man. The day, yo, that's gonna be the worst 60 minutes they ever seen, bro. The worst 60 minutes. And niggas really think that Yahweh Shai Shai is not real.
It's gonna be the best light show ever, man.
Right. The best of the best ending of a movie you have ever seen. The best ending of a story you have ever seen.
Yeah.
Could not have written it even better, man.
Psalms 126, huh?
Could not have written it any better.
You heard me, guys?
How about Shulman?
And watch the faces of all of them that be stuck. Oh my God, those are the real Israelites. People, your own family gonna be stuck. Damn. Man,
That was right. My nephew
You know what
was
I'm saying?
talking that shit.
You
My
feel me?
nephew was
Yo,
talking.
and we've been out in this city for so long, and a lot of it's a brother named Rodney. Ever since I met y'all, that constantly been hitting up Dan and me, constantly, and always wanted to meet. And we would tell him, yo, we here, and it never came up. And you see us on social media, we post it, and brothers don't never take the initiative to do the work or apply it. There's always an excuse with Israel, man, and that's how you know your own people not going to accept you in your own city. There's more people watching us and listening to the word outside of our city.
Hey,
Be
well,
technical.
Yeah, go ahead. Mark chapter 6, verse 4. But how shall I said to them? A prophet is not without honor, but in his own country,
Right.
and among his own kin, and in his own house.
Right. They just think of you as the nigga.
Right.
You just, or you my son. I gave
Right.
birth to you.
I know your daddy.
The whole thing, man. Right.
In the book of Second Ezra, this is 7, chapter 42. He answered me and said, this present life is not the end, for much glory will abide. Therefore have they prayed for the weak. But the day of doom shall be the end of this time, and the beginning of immortality for to come when corruption hath. The main point is that the day of doom is coming.
Right.
The day of destruction of this world and of this life is coming. It's coming.
Go ahead. It's a lot.
Sorry, it's coming real soon.
Right. And the thing is, see, Esau had you think that, his rulership, and once this is done, it's over, man. There's nothing else, man. Right? We know the scriptures, right? We know, we have wisdom, knowledge, and understanding that we know that guess what? The end of his rulership is the beginning of ours, man. It's the beginning of the reign of Yahweh Shem Yahshai, man. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of our people think that, they gotta have peace and they gotta have all this stuff in the spiritual realm, man. But they don't understand that this world was actually given for us, for our sakes.
Right.
And that you're gonna rule here in this world. Right? You know what I'm saying?
Hey, it's gonna be like I said, I'm about to read it. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 126, and verse 1. It says, when Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai have turned again the captivity of Zion, we were like them that dream. Woo! Come on, man. Woo! Wee! Boy, come on, man. It's gonna be like them that dream, right? You feel what I'm saying? It's gonna be like come on, bro. You know how you going, and you wake up out of a nightmare, you're like, damn, I'm happy that shit. I'm happy that dream was, I'm happy that was fake, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's gonna be like, man. Verse 2, it says, then was our mouth filled with laughter, and our tongues singing. Come on, man. Come on, man. It says, then said they amongst the heathen, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai have done great things for them. It says, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai have done great things for us, whereas we were glad, man. You see that? And that's what's going to make us actually glad, man. So for y'all that's out here and you're struggling, you're never happy, and you always sad, you in the truth, and you're struggling, you're doing this, and you're doing that. Hey, man, the Lord said, that's when you're going to experience real happiness, man.
And Salakia, if you ever face like a near-death thing, man, and once it's over with, you kind of chuckle like, yo, I cannot believe I just survived that, man. You know what I'm saying? I've been in, I knew I was about to die, man. It was a car coming head on to us, man. You know what I'm saying? My boy got up, swerved the car, moved it out the way. Everything went into slow motion. And then he swerved back into the lane.
And it was just like nothing happened, and we kind of looked at each other because we already knew we was goners, man. And all of a sudden we looked at each other and we started laughing like the scriptures. Like we was like, yo, I cannot believe we just survived that. Like we just knew we was gone, man. You know what I'm saying? And that's how it's gonna be even greater than that feeling, man. You know what I'm saying? When you face that, man. That's
It's gonna be like them that have a dream.
This is a favorite.
and that was in my 20s though. That shit, so you know what I mean? All praises, man. Call like how it was so much that time, man.
This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 1, verse 7 in G and T. It says, since Yahweh Shemashai's spirits fill the entire world and hold everything in it together, she knows every word that people say. No one who speaks wickedly will escape notice. Sooner or later, he will receive just punishment. The intention of ungodly people will be closely examined. Their words will be reported to Yahweh Shemashai, and then they will get the punishment that the wickedness deserves. Right? So, okay, so even in the nation of Israel and outside the nation of Israel, the Lord is watching the wicked. That's why it says in Amos 9:8, the Lord is watching the sinful kingdom. The Lord always got his eyes on the wicked, and he got his eyes on the righteous. You got to know, it's angels that got eyes. And the Lord got different things that he created. It's nothing on this earth is not noticed. The Lord sees all things, every transaction and every action, right? Every good and every bad.
I got one. So this is 2 Corinthians 4 and verse 16. It says, for which cause we faint not, but through our outward, but though our outward man perish, yet the inward man is renewed day by day. For our light affliction, which is but for a moment, worketh for us a far more exceeding and eternal weight of glory, while we look not at the things which are seen, but the things which are not seen. But the things which are seen are temporal and let me get this. Are temporal, but the things which are not seen are eternal. Right. I'm gonna read this in the G&T real quick, just so you get a little better. It says, for this reason, we never become discouraged. Even though our physical being is gradually decaying, yet our spiritual being is being renewed day after day. And this small and temporary trouble we suffer will bring us a tremendous and eternal glory, much greater than the trouble. For we fix our attention not on the things that are seen, but on the things that are unseen. What can be seen lasts only for a time, but what cannot be seen lasts forever. Right? You know, like you say, the spirit lasts forever. All this stuff, man, the word of the Most High lasts forever and endures forever, right? What's that? Baruch 4:1, man. You know what I'm saying? The law that endures forever, man. You know what I'm saying?
The things that we're not seen, man, we got faith. Those things will last forever, man.
That's why First Ezra, the 3rd chapter, tell you that truth will take away the victory, man. Truth is longevity, it's everlasting.
And Salaki, the things that we haven't seen. We haven't seen Yahweh Shai.
Right.
We believe.
That's right.
We believe that Yahweh Shai is coming. We've seen the chariots. Right. We've seen the chariots.
Yeah.
But we ain't seen, the fathership.
Right.
But we know that's coming.
Hey, Salaki,
This is the same period, right?
You know what I'm saying?
that's the spirit on that website. Today, they just dropped a video about a mothership out there in
They said
Africa.
they saw
Like
it.
the little ones.
Right, they said they
That's
saw
not-
it.
See
Yeah,
that?
yeah.
That's
They
the
know what's
spirit.
going on, man. They know what's going on, man.
Come on, man. They see what's going on.
If they don't know, we know.
Right.
We know what's up. You
And,
know what I'm saying?
and that right there, that's a faith booster for us, because we're
Right.
like, yo, man, that's what the scriptures talk about in the last days.
Right.
Man.
Precept.
Yeah.
Romans chapter 13, verse 11. And that knowing the time, that now is not high time. So now it is high time to
Wake up and sleep. Right.
So now is the salvation here and believe.
That's right.
We believe.
Right. Keep going. The next one.
Next
Right, man.
I'll get it real quick.
Definitely
Yeah,
not
our
the time to be
salvation.
snoozing. You know what I'm saying? You already been snoozing, man. When you was in your mom Perucci. It's time to come out and devour the wisdom, man. How much longer you gonna have fun?
This is it. I'll read it again. This is Romans 13 and 11. It says, and that knowing that the time
that now it is high time to
Wake up, sleep.
For now is our salvation nearer than we believe. The night is far spent. The day is at hand. Let us therefore cast off the works of darkness and let us put on the armor of light. And Yahweh Shai tell us, man, that I must do the work while it is day, because the night cometh when no man can work, man. You know what I'm saying? So why not get out here and do the goddamn work, man? And we can do it.
God, I can tell you to put the armor on like he just said. And that you gotta put on the armor. You're not a football player, you ain't got no damn shoulder pads.
Right.
Oh, I'm a football player, I ain't got leg pads. Nigga, the coach ain't letting you win.
Right.
You think when the Lord enable you to teach, the Lord is using you as a freaking instrument. A lot of you niggas is not instruments. You just pedestrians that's in this truth, huh?
This is your destiny to go out here and do this work, man.
Right.
I like that. And those who have it, those who have that candlestick, man, and put it and hide it, man. You basically,
You're an idiot.
Yeah, what it say in the Apocrypha, man? It says, what it say in the Apocrypha about hiding your wisdom is it's better for a man to hide his folly than to hide his wisdom, man. What the hell?
Yeah, we can go to
even a fool is deemed wise when he basically closes his mouth. I know it's like paraphrasing like that.
Yeah.
So,
It's a rock 41.
Let me get it.
Rock 41.
Bring it up. Let me see if this is good.
You can't have your damn candle and put it under a bushel.
right.
You gotta get out here and exercise that thing, man.
You the missing piece to the puzzle, and you hide your puzzle piece, man. And now we can't finish the damn
Now
puzzle,
we can't
man.
finish the
You know what I'm
puzzle,
saying?
you know? Yeah,
I forgot which one was it? It's two of them. I got you.
Get Matthews 5 and 14.
Where y'all waiting?
This is the book of Sirach, the 4th chapter, verse 23. Right. There's two of them. This is Sirach 4:23. It says, "And refrain not to speak when there is occasion to do good, and hide not thy wisdom and her beauty." Right? And you got Sirach chapter 20, verse 31. "Better is he that hideth his folly than a man that hideth his wisdom."
See that? So when you get that wisdom, when you get wisdom and you hide your damn height, it's better when you was hiding your folly, man.
Right.
It's worse than when you was hiding your damn folly.
And the Lord noticed that. That's why he put that delusion in front of you.
Right.
Hey, let me show my folly and let me hide my wisdom. Only an idiot or a crackhead would do something like that. But of course, we're crackheads from this world. And of course, brothers look at intellectual as not being cool, man. Being followers of the Lord, man, is better than being rich, man.
Right.
Better than being rich, better than being popular, man. What? It's better to have a good name than gold and silver, man. Having a good name in Yahweh Hashem Shai is better than gold and silver.
Can I read this real quick?
Go ahead.
This is what I was paraphrasing. I just want to read it out. This is John 9:4 says, "I must work the works of him that sent me while it is day. The night cometh when no man can work," man.
Right.
And that's the thing, man. It's just you gonna have that coulda, woulda, shoulda spirit,
Right.
man.
What's it talking about when the night comes? When the night comes, there when no man shall
That
work.
destruction, man.
Yeah, man, we about to get put away, man.
Right.
Hey, the brothers, yeah, listen, man, the Lord about to put his servants up, man. And you ain't gonna be able to damn work, man. All right? And you get judged off your works. You see that? So we gotta make sure we're doing enough, man, before they cut this shit out.
That's
Amos
lucky.
8 and 11, man. It tells you that the Lord about the famine of the word is coming.
What we bringing out is this stuff is coming, right? The brothers came out with the CBC, the Central Banking. All this stuff is
Right.
implemented to cause this stuff. It's all prophesied to happen, man. All this stuff is seen. When you got these volcanoes out here, when you got these earthquakes out, it's to let you know that you are in the last day. It's letting you know where you are in the scene of this movie, man.
Right.
So
So
you
all
gotta
working
understand, you gotta have eyes to hear, eyes to see and ears to hear, man.
Everything's
Don't they say in the scriptures, if you don't work, you can't eat. You know what I'm saying? A lot of brothers want their cake, but they ain't even trying to make the recipe.
If you're not gonna do the work, you're not gonna be invited to the wedding. And what does the wedding have? The wedding has a banquet, has the food, they got all that, and you're not going to be invited to the wedding, man. You know what I'm saying? You're going to miss out on the wedding because you're not working.
Right.
You didn't do the work, man.
But I bet you in this
They're gonna be outside and then wet with the wrong garment on.
Wrong garment, man.
but in this world,
With the lamp with no oil, man.
right.
But in this world, brothers would have everything else ready, but not for the Lord. Man.
Right.
Not for the Lord, man. That's why even the easiest things in the scriptures, a dummy that's not in the truth can't even understand the easiest thing. How you gonna understand the hard thing? A sister gonna say, she gonna say the Latinos, the Latinos and natives are not Israelites. She gonna bring in 2nd Ezra chapter 5 verse 27. The Lord chose one people. One people. One people mean only Negroes. That's why I told her, I said, this is how the Lord gave you a strong illusion. Because the simplest things you're not gonna understand. How you gonna understand the higher things, sis?
So-called Negroes are very cheap color, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Ephraim is a king unturned. The person like, that's not what it's going into. Then what is it?
Because they ain't got the spiritual eye to see it. That's why I never waste my time thinking and listening to them.
That's what I'm saying.
I get mad listening to the stupid motherfuckers. Hey, this is the book of. It froze.
Wait, well, what precept do you want? I get it.
Get Matthews 5 and Matthews 5 and 14.
Okay. Matthew chapter 5, verse 14. And it reads, ye are the light of the world, a city that is set on a hill cannot be hid.
See that? So we are the light of the world, man. All right? In a city that is set on the hill, it cannot be hid. Read.
Okay. Neither do men light a candle and put it under a bushel,
Right.
but on a candlestick, and it giveth light unto all that are in the house.
Right. So that's what we must do. We must
That's
give
a lot.
light to all that are in the house.
Right. It's not just, that light is not just for you.
Right.
It's not just for you to hold on to and be like, yeah, let me be able to. No, it's for everybody to see.
Right.
Who can see it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You being selfish when you take it and hide it, man.
Right. Yeah, it's just for all that are in the house as well.
Right.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Who was in the house? This is the lost sheep of the house of Israel.
All right, this is the precept to go with it, and then I'm gonna go back to it. St. John 8 and 12. Then spake Yahushua again unto them, saying, I am the light of the world. He that followeth me shall not walk in darkness, but shall have the light of life. I went to this to show the Lord put Yahushua right in the midst. He didn't hide him. This nigga was out here walking around. Some people didn't accept him as soon as he started teaching. The Lord did not hide Yahushua, man. He had him in the open. So how the hell you niggas know you Israelites and you gonna hide your damn wisdom? Only a Brutus nigga would do something like that.
That's John 9 and 5. It says, as long as I am in the world, I am the light of the world.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying?
They all live together. That's the fact.
Right. And when we read verse 15, it's I'm gonna go to Mark chapter 5 real quick, just for a precept. Mark chapter 4, verse 21. It says, oh no, yeah. Go ahead. You want to keep going on that? Verse 16. Let your light so shine before men that they may see your good works and glorify your Father which is in heaven.
We out here, we're teaching the Bible, we're teaching the scriptures, we're glorifying our Father which is in heaven. This is not about us. Alright? We're not getting, nobody's coming out and paying our damn rent because we out here teaching. You know what I'm saying? Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, he gave us a spirit to come out here and bring this truth to our people, man.
Right.
Present our bodies as a living sacrifice, man. You know, people, like, when we used to be on Bailey and Kennington, they probably thought we was getting paid for that or something. Like, we was getting, you know, we're putting up spiritual riches, yeah. But, you know, it's not like we're doing this for a money scheme or nothing.
And that's what I'm saying. How beautiful is that? That, you know, like Yahushua said, he is the light of the world, you know, while he is in the world, right? But then who did he give the light to, man? He gave the light to the elect, man, to be able to shine that light. That's a beautiful thing to do, man.
Right.
Right? You should not be ashamed of that. You should not be hiding that, man. You know what I'm saying?
All right, this is 1 Peter chapter 2, verse 12. Right? And it reads, which he see, it says, having your conversation honest among the Gentiles, that whereas they speak against you as evildoers, they may by your good deeds, which they shall behold, glory God in the day of visitation. Submit yourselves to every ordinance of man for Yahweh Shema Shai's sake, whether it be to the king as supreme, right? So we got to show our good works in front of evildoers, man, right? So that the Lord can be glorified, sanctified. That's the same how the Lord told Moses, sanctify me in front of the congregation of Israel. And what did he do? Turn around and smoke the rock. The Lord didn't tell you to do that. You said, get what? Okay, this is St. John.
Okay, what you got?
John 17:17.
Okay, this is John 1 and 6. It says, there was a man sent from the Most High whose name was John. The same came for a witness to bear witness to the light, that all men through him might believe.
Right.
He was not the light, but was sent to bear witness of the light. That light was the true light, which lighteth every man that cometh into the world.
Right, but we gotta get
That's-
we gotta get dumped in some damn water.
Right.
You know?
Right.
We gotta get, you know, you must get dumped in the water, brother, or you're gonna get everlasting damnation. Alright? But we gotta get dumped in some damn water. The scripture say Yahweh Shai, he was gonna baptize with fire.
Right.
Alright? John even told us that he had to decrease.
Right.
And Yahweh Shai had to increase. And we must follow the ways of Yahweh Shai.
Right.
Alright? That's what the scriptures say, right? You know, but you know, you got brothers that tell you, hey man, you ain't getting baptized and you know, you gonna go into the lake of fire.
But it says that was the true.
You heard? And shoes I'm not able to bear. John was ushering in.
So no, he said,
Yahweh
he said not even able to latch. Like I can't even just
I can't
and
even
even
latch your shoes.
undo or put your shoe. Like no.
Hey,
You can't even put it on all the time.
Hey, John the Baptist was ushering in Yahweh Shai, huh?
Right.
Same thing like we trying to do right now, man.
A lot of people fail to understand is a lot of those things that happen in the Old Testament, like you know, baptizing and like sacrifice.
Physical
That was symbolic
Right.
for the actual spiritual stuff that was going to be going on
Right.
in the last days.
Right.
Come.
Right, because it said up until what's that? It's a scripture. I think it's John 17 or 16 where it says up until the prophets and John. Now Yahweh Shai. I'm just paraphrasing, but it's like all that was until the coming of John, because John ushered in the way of Yahweh Shai. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Even the circumcision.
Right.
Another example, you know, that was talking about the circumcision of the
Like a
heart.
heart, which is your mind.
That's a fact.
Right.
That's
Like the washing, the baptism, the actual, dunking in the water is the feeding and washing of the word. You know what I'm saying? That's that spiritual. You know what I'm saying?
Isaiah 1 and 16. That's Isaiah 1 and 16. That's St. John 15.
Because Yahweh told us what it is. Jeremiah 2 and 20 or 2:40, where it says that you can wash with nice, like which is
Oh,
like,
yeah.
you can do that, but you're
still dirty.
You're still dirty on the inside, man. You know what I'm saying?
fact.
You clean all this and make it
That's a
look,
fact.
slick, man.
Philippians 2:15, that you may be blameless and harmless, sons of Yahweh without rebuke, in the midst of a crooked and perverted nation, among whom ye shine as the lights in the world.
Right.
Showing fat order for life and rejoicing in Mashiach, and let's run to the Zayn, labor to the body.
Right.
The light in the world, those will not.
They don't understand that light is spiritual light.
Yo, another thing to go with what you said on your Yahweh Shai, when we talk about the baptism, what's blood the water? Because we clean through Yahweh Shai's blood. So, like Jay-Z said, what's the king to a God? What's blood the water? You know what I'm saying? St. John said in chapter 3, verse 30, he must increase and I must decrease. he that cometh from above is above all, and he that is of the earth is earthly, and speaketh of the earth. He that cometh from heaven is above all. That's why we not over Hamashiach Yahushua, right? And people say Yahushua not real. This man came from above and came down here. Niggas is earthly.
Right.
Verse 32, and what he hath seen and heard, and that he testifieth, and no man receive his testimony. You gotta be thankful that you're able to hear and understand his testimony.
Right.
Because it goes into 1 Timothy chapter 1, verse 12, man. He enabled you because he's seen that you were faithful. So he put you in the ministry. That's why you have to fight that good fight of faith. This is not couch potato. Just because you get the truth, hey, let's just chill. No, you gotta really get bloody in here, man.
Hey, listen, man.
You gotta get persecuted.
Hey.
You gotta get denied.
Even going into the parable of the talents. You know, he gave those talents.
Right.
Lord already know who's gonna do what we're gonna do, what we're gonna do. You know what I'm saying? Just keep it in stat. I'm keeping it 100.
Keep it
right
a
there.
bean.
You got keep it a bean. The Lord know he got slothful brothers. He got brothers that's mediocre on fire. He got brothers that's way on fire than other brothers. But you got examples of all the brothers how you might want to be. You feel what I'm saying? At the end of the day, every example is for everybody's learning. You feel what I'm saying? Every example. You know what I'm saying? Every example that we just seen is for your learning. You gotta have a brother that's extra on your ass about about the scriptures and shit. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have a brother that's you gotta see a brother that fell out this thing, got weak, got back up. You feel what I'm saying? You gotta see shit like that because it's gonna be you're gonna learn from another brother's mistakes. You feel what I'm saying? The Lord uses all his servants in a way for all his his brothers and his teachers to learn,
Right. Isaiah chapter 55, verse 6. Seek ye Yahweh while he may be found. Call ye upon him while he is near. Right? Let the wicked forsake his ways, and the unrighteous man his thoughts. Right? Our brothers gotta forsake their own thoughts, man. Our thoughts is the number one reason why we can't double up. Man, I want to do a lesson. Man, I gotta do it. Man, clear your damn mind, man. Right? It says, and let him return unto Yahweh, and he will have mercy on him. And to our power, he will abundantly pardon. For my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are your ways my ways, saith Yahweh. For as the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than